In this video, I'm going to be using dried spearmint leaves as an accelerant with the Rudiger Roll. This is one that I really wanted to do for some time. Spearmint is just a wonderful plant with so many so many uses, and obviously now it has fire to add to that list. This will work on the inside of plants as well, but I always use cotton, and you will see me using that as I'm showing here is my rolling medium. Simply what I've done, guys, is I crushed it up. Now you're probably wondering how it is that I thought about using spearmint. Well, spearmint has menthol, and menthol is flammable. It doesn't have a lot of menthol in spearmint, but not as much as peppermint, but it still has it. It is flammable, like I was saying. It has a low ignition point, and I thought, well, you know what, I'd like to try this, with dried leaves, just to see, if those oils or whatever that is, menthol, is still active. And sure enough, it worked really, really well. You will see that here in a few moments. Simply what I've done, guys, is I've rolled it up just like I would using ashes. I'm using a stone base and a split wood for the handhold, or just a piece of split wood. And as you can see here, it doesn't take very long for me to obtain an ember. Sorry about the brightness, guys. That sun was really coming in on me. I should have got over there in the shade. Here I'm just feeding it oxygen, making sure, and as you can see here, it's smoking pretty good. If it weren't for the light, you'd be able to see it more. Guys, while I'm attempting to blow this or use this ember, to blow my tinderbundle with flame, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the benefits of spearmint plants and peppermint plants. Right here I'm just showing that I have the ember up close. This is so cool to me. I just love this plant anyway. I can't say enough about it. I'm sure everybody's heard of using mint to soothe an upset stomach. There's another old remedy where people would be poisoned in the past, or they were trying to get rid of toxins out of the body. They would also use it in conjunction with charcoal that was crushed up. They'd make a tea out of it, and the charcoal would absorb toxins, while the menthol, or the mint tea would soothe the stomach. And that was one use, and it works really well from my understanding. And it being summer like it is, there are lots of mosquitoes out too and about, so you can use mint leaves crushed up and rubbed onto the skin to repel mosquitoes. They just simply don't like it. Interestingly enough, honeybees do like it, and they're kind of attracted to it. And like I said, it's just a wonderful plant, because honeybees are very necessary. From my understanding, mint can be used as an antibacterial too. The way it works, at least what I read way back when of a study over it, was that it would inhibit the growth of, say, like bacteria like E. coli or MRSA. I've also heard of people using it for sunburn, and like say someone had a sunburn, they would just make a tea, and once they had the tea, they would just pat it onto the body in places where they had the burns, and it would soothe that and relieve the pain. Headaches, I've heard people crush up the leaves and rub them onto the temples, and that would be a remedy for a headache. If you have like a bad sinus infection, you could also boil the leaves in water like you were making a tea, but you would inhale those vapors, and it would help with the sinus infection. But there are lots more uses, guys, for peppermint, and any of the mints, from my understanding, work well. It's just that peppermint in particular, it's a little mild compared to, not peppermint, but spearmint is mild compared to peppermint. I wanted to get that across. You may want to think twice before crushing that peppermint leaves and button onion, especially if you're prone to rashes. Well, I've rambled on long enough, and you can see I've got a flame. And I have another video lined up, and I was going to put it on the end of this one, but I'm just going to use it as a separate one, only as like a just for your information type. But anyway, hope this was enjoyable, and you guys have a good night, and I'll talk at y'all later. Bye-bye.